Hello, crafty friends. I really have been making journals while I was canning all those lovely tomatoes all summer. I'm still canning tomatoes. It's crazy. It's mid-September. I did get my Da Vinci's done. I am in the middle of working on another set of journals. But this is just a quick flip through, well, for both of us, because I don't remember a lot of what I put in these. I've been working on these for a month or two, and I'm constantly turning the page saying, oh yeah. I made myself a small one. I loved the idea of Da Vinci in a journal, so I made a mini version of the larger one for myself. And I'm just going to set this aside for a few. I showed this journal briefly when I did my dangle and drippings tutorial, and one of the things I said in that, I wasn't quite sure what to do with the Mona Lisa. It's such a heavy, chunky clip-on charm that I'm just attaching it anywhere on the book that will get it where the journal is going. Made a little dragonfly dangle on that because Leonardo da Vinci loved wings and learning how wings and flight worked. And then on the back of the frame, I even managed to get another little Da Vinci in there. The lace and the trims and appliques that I used throughout this, I got from Nery Ortiz, who has a fabulous selection of lace and trims and embellishments, all kinds of really great things available. And she sells through her email, YouTube channel. I will put the link so that you can find her on Facebook or on YouTube and find out how to get some of her fabulous stuff. Have layers here. Here's some of Nery's lace in back of here layered on. And some great appliques. Little metal embellishment there. I believe that this was supposed to fold and be a hinge, but it was so nice and ornate to just put a little marking on the spine there. And some fabulous woven upholstery fabric. I used this 3 or 4 years ago on Galileo, and I thought it was funny. I didn't realize until after I had already covered the Da Vinci journals that everybody from Florence apparently gets this fabric in their theme. This is my favorite color at the moment of sari silk. I would call it straw. It just seemed to go really well with the color theme. See, am I in frame? Yes. I used images from my shop. There's 2 Da Vinci sets of images in there. And then there is a journal page set as well. So one of the Da Vinci sets has quotes, and quite a few of these images here have quotes on them. It's a fabulous Leonardo da Vinci ink stamp that I found on a tea-dyed index card, and a little bit of sari stitched on here, layered on some muslin, and I just did a little stitching on those as well. Some patches. And I made a fancy boho paperclip, although, there we go. Another fabulous button from my collection of stuff from Nery, and the Speak Liz, the cut appliques from tablecloths and runners and things like that. Just fabulous for laying. Little flower applique. And I layered a paper flower on top of a lace flower here in the corner. Map of the world. Another stamp of Da Vinci and some pretty sorry here. One of his sketches. And some celestial stamping there. The five senses are ministers of the soul. This is a sketch of something that Da Vinci played with sacred geometry, and this is actually his search to understand the flower of life and life components, and a lot of his sketching reflects that. This is a working sketch for the Last Supper. And I'll let you pause it and read this if you'd like. Little biography on a tag there. This is a collage from the printable journal set in my shop that has various sketches of mechanical and scientific things that Leonardo liked to study. And a little stamping this book belongs to. Some pretty flowers. The knowledge of all things is possible. There's an ink stamp of the Vitruvian Man on an index card and some paints and paintbrushes. This tab has a charm of the Vitruvian Man. And this is the middle of the first signature. That's actually the only landscape that I could find. I'm sure there must have been more of the outside world, and it's in black and white, and then the pictures on the wall are in color. Kind of cool. And these are the drippings hanging off the page for the first signature. I like the way the little teardropped beads at the bottom give it some finish and some extra little glitter, something to reflect the light. Little stamp in the corner. You seem to have a feeling for drawing. This is a really neat ink stamp. I'm pretty sure my girlfriend Amelia sent me this. And it's the phases of the moon. How cool is that? Some more pretty flowers that are digi-stamped. I just layered them onto the page. And the fabric with measurements of things. Leonardo is very scientific. Lots of things involving numbers. And this is just a paper clip attachment. Seen and noted is what the little coin says. And some more of Leonardo's sketching that I sewed into a pocket. And another stamped index card there. Some fun tassels hanging off the bottom. I try to put them in front of most of the lace that I have attached going back so that they won't get lost in the fray. Another Leonardo tag. You can pause and read. In a sketch that I stitched as a pocket for his warrior. This is a page from a book that's in the public domain. There were quite a few books written about Leonardo. I couldn't even tell you which one I grabbed this page out of, but just talking about his brilliance and different ways to look at his work. He was in so many areas, but so I've included that, and I just printed it on regular paper and then tea-dyed it, laser printer, and it doesn't run. Another page from the kit. He was fascinated with studying anatomy so that he could better depict people in pictures. Isn't this gorgeous? I love that. I got this piece of sari. I'm pretty sure came from Sheila Gingrich in a big package ages ago, and I've been saving it, and it seemed to go with this picture so well. The lady with the ferret. And if you guys are romantics like me, Ever After was the movie, the Cinderella story with Drew Barrymore. And Leonardo da Vinci was one of the characters that she incorporated in that. So I always think of the Cinderella fairy tale when I'm trying to find other Da Vinci stuff to maybe include. Another amazing sketch. I mean, I'm not sure if that's a tank or a flying saucer. I know that they didn't exist in the 1500s, which puts him way ahead of his time. Another studier on the warrior. It's a great sketch. More of Leonardo da Vinci's flower of life sketches. And here is a ink stamp I found with Leonardo's name on it and some collaging around the Vitruvian Man. I put this Tim Holtz script material in here with the writing on it because it reminds me of when we see old things that Leonardo da Vinci had written with the black, almost unreadable script on the faded backgrounds. Some more beautiful lace from Nery. The moment is timeless. A little Vitruvian math there. The length of a man's outspread arms is equal to his height. More fun with numbers. One of his Madonna sketches. I never get over being amazed that we can look at and use and incorporate the art of artists that lived so long ago into things that we're making today. Vitruvian page. Little patchwork there and some more Da Vinci quotes. And the tassels, the dangles in here say capture and notes. Beautiful. I love that sketch. That's why that's what I used on the cover here for my little journal. I tried to get as many of my stencils that had the fleur-de-lis on it, which was a Florence. I can't speak today. The words are there. The sentences are not streaming, though. Leonardo was from Da Vinci outside of Florence, and frequently the fleur-de-lis is associated with that that area. Some geometry numbers and brilliant scientific math on that piece of material. This came out of an old art book. One of the things I have not done is put the Last Supper in any of my in any of the digis that are printable, because I have yet to find a public domain version of the picture that I can touch up for you guys that would come out really well to be printed. But I found it in this book, and there's a section on Leonardo da Vinci. And on the back it has a man of many talents, and there's a write-up on him. So I thought it was neat to include that page in the journal. Some more pretty lace here. Just some quotes and extra little Mona Lisa pictures I had cut out and just popped them in a pocket. And little patching. Oh, I love this stamp. Florence, Italy. And some more stamping, little paint palette there. It was so funny. I got the stencil out and I did it on the page. I put it on with the ink, and I'm looking at it thinking, why did I do that with Da Vinci? If you watch the Da Vinci Code, they made a point out of explaining what the pointed finger in the Last Supper by Da Vinci really meant. Another page on his anatomy. And a faded portrait of Leonardo. This is from his notebooks. And just another card, some extra stitching on this sari. Another fabulous sketch of his. Learning is the only thing the mind never exhausts, never fears, and never regrets. Some extra splotchy stenciling in here. I love that page. The mechanical wing and what an actual wing might function as. It's a sketch of Leonardo, and this is about the flower of life and the math and the geometry that he pursued. And there's a little clip down here with a tassel. And the dangles in this signature have butterflies because wings. Leonardo loved wings. And I tried to collect the mother and child on this page. Here is what's been making all the noise. You got to take this off if you're going to be stealth journaling. And I actually did get correctly a left and a right wing on these dangles. Because if I'd put on two of the same, we might have been flying in circles. And there's the other side of the winged page. I mean, I've seen hang gliders that were less technical than that. It's just amazing, amazing his foresight and imagination. Some more really pretty lace panels. And I added a charm for the flower of life. Some more of his severe sketches. There's so much character in them, though. And a double doily. And the Mona Lisa, of course. Here's a map of Italy. I think Florence is right past the fold, if I remember correctly. Naples, Rome, yeah. Florence is up a bit. We'll get to it on the other side. And this charm says Field Notes. A pretty Da Vinci sketch. This was his Da Vinci's right up on the angle of the moon and what we see from the earth and the moon. If I remember correctly, that's what that page was in his notebooks. More beautiful, beautiful lace. And there's a big Tim Holtz charm. Her immortal beauty casts a bewitching spell of foreboding. Ooh, probably got that out of my Halloween. But immortal beauty. It's definitely caught with him. Some pretty layering on the tabs here. And some more warrior sketches and just different quotes. In the pockets, a little fun stitching around the edge. Some more of Leonardo's landscape things. I think I actually manipulated these out of some bigger pictures that he did to try to piece them together, what you might see if you were looking outside. And the tabs say creating an artist. Another faded sketch. And a big Vitruvian Man. I actually made this embellishment to go on the cover, and it wasn't stable enough. It had too much wiggle and was gonna, if it drove me nuts making it, I have no doubt it would frustrate the recipient. So I put it here, and you can take this out and put it on a tab or anywhere, or just leave it here, but had a little velvet and back of it and Da Vinci's name. Some fun sari, just ruffled down the side. Da Vinci and his inventions, some of his script superimposed there too. Again with the numbers measuring. Yeah, there's Rome. So Florence should be, oh, I bumped the camera, I'm so sorry. My glasses aren't good enough to get down there and see how far up Florence is. I think it's right there. I'm pretty sure that that's it. And the final page. Little patchwork and sari here on the back. And a celestial continual calendar. Thought that was neat. So that's Da Vinci. I am rushing to catch up on everything in the craft world. Thank you so much, everyone, for being so patient and supportive. And I'll be back soon with, well, probably next with more journals. Thanks so much for popping in. And please do go check out Nery's Facebook and YouTube. She's got fabulous stuff, really reasonable. The creativity is endless with this kind of stash of things, and I think you'll be pleased that you did. And thank you so much, Nery, for sending me so many great samples and things to play with and work with. I just really appreciate it. So I'll be back soon. Everyone have a good day. Thanks. Bye-bye.